Well, Oxford United entertained Championship side and Rafa Benitez side, Newcastle United, in the FA Cup fourth round. Team news just reaching us. Eastwood in goal, Scars at left back, Edwards right back, centre halves Martin and Dunkley. In the middle of the park it will be Lundstrom and Ledson, with on the left hand side Johnson, and on the right hand side Chris Maguire after he had a niggle in the week. Up top it's Hemmings, and just off him is Robbie Hall. No Ryan Taylor. Join me on BBC Oxford Twitter throughout the afternoon to see how Oxford United fare against their Championship rivals Newcastle United in this FA Cup fourth round tie. Into the 11th minute down here at Kassam Stadium, FA Cup fourth round. Goalless between Oxford United and Newcastle United. We've had a rainstorm. The sun is now covering a quarter of the pitch down there as it showers throughout the afternoon. But Newcastle United and Oxford United playing out a very even first 12 minutes of the game. Although there's a good break here and a good tackle by Phil Edwards. 12 minutes gone. Oxford United 0, Newcastle 0. 30 minutes have elapsed down here at the Kassam Stadium in this FA Cup tie between mid-table in League One Oxford United and second in Championship Newcastle United. Goalless. Two players that take the eye, Ryan Ledson all over the place in the middle of the park for Oxford United, and the number 9 for Newcastle United, Alexander Mitrovic, has got everybody's wrath. He's had a coming together and a ding-dong with Curtis Nelson, just had a glorious chance which he ended up sitting on the ball. But currently, as the ball just flashes wide of Oxford United's post for a corner to Newcastle United, it is goalless between Oxford United and Newcastle United. Well, in time added on down here at the end of the first half, Mitrovic has just produced another save from Simon Eastwood. Eastwood going away to his right hand side save with his legs earlier on, and he's just done exactly the same. It's a real close and edgy game between these two sides. It's just bubbling under. It's goalless as they approach the half-time whistle. Oxford though given as good as they've got. Mitrovic, pantomime villain, he's also fallen on the ball. He's also had two very good saves by Simon Eastwood to keep Oxford United in it. Oxford United themselves, Robbie Hall had one fired in low which was saved by the Newcastle keeper, but otherwise it's a very, very tense and tight affair. Going into the break, it's goalless between Oxford United and Newcastle United. Just moments into the second half down here, Chris Maguire flicks the ball into the box. Back post is Shay Dunkley, heads it down inside the 6-yard box. Kane Hemmings taps into the net. It's 1-0 to Oxford United. We're in the 46th minute. The fans are on their feet down here at the Kassam Stadium. The home fans, that's for sure. Many people hadn't got back to their seats, as you can see just over my right shoulder here. But I tell you what, 46 minutes gone, Oxford United lead by 1-0. Goal from Kane Hemmings. 62nd minute here, Oxford with a corner. You hear the fans singing, it's drilled in, it's flicked away by Mitrovic, and then Haidara gets it away. Lundstrom will pick it up. But Oxford lead by that goal after 46 minutes. When a lovely clipped cross in by Maguire was headed back from the back post into the 6-yard box by Dunkley, and it was Kane Hemmings that put the ball into the back of the net. They've got to be thankful for Eastwood and two saves from Mitrovic in the first half, but the second half is bubbling along quite nicely. We wait to see what happens now with Rafa Benitez and his substitutions, as they got a very strong bench. But here, after just 62 minutes, Oxford United lead by 1-0. 66th minute, Phil Edwards has brushed Mitrovic. It looked like it's a penalty, but it is a penalty, and Mitrovic himself has the ball on the penalty spot down at the open end of the ground. Mitrovic stands 2 paces off the ball. Eastwood, sky blue in the middle of the net. Mitrovic, right foot towards it. Referee blows his whistle. Low, great save by Simon Eastwood, down to his right-hand side. And I really didn't have to say anything more than that. Simon Eastwood, superhuman today, his efforts. It's certainly against Alexander Mitrovic. Still up to 1. Newcastle United 0. Into the 79th minute down here. Great break by Martinez. Skipped away from his man. Couldn't drag it back for Kane Hemmings. Oxford still lead by a goal to 0. Cross here, or a corner from Robbie Hall. It's 2-0. It's Curtis Nelson with a free header. And Oxford United are certainly putting it to their Championship side. Lifted in by Robbie Hoare, headed in by Curtis Nelson. Oxford United 2, Newcastle United 0. 87 minutes gone. Debutant goal, Tony Martinez heads in across to make it Oxford United 3, Newcastle United 0 in this FA Cup 4th round. Goal from Kane Hemmings on 46 minutes, superbly put away after a clip cross by Maguire, was headed down by Dunkley, turned in by Hemmings. And I tell you what, 11,810 here today saw a second goal. Curtis Nelson from a corner, a Robbie Hoare corner, make it 2-0. And now the debutant Tony Martinez makes it 3-0. And I think Oxford are on their way to the 5th round. Oxford 3, Newcastle United 0.